everyone, welcome back. Today we have a super fun and exciting video. I got a PR package from Surratt with all kinds of fun things in it, and I feel that I would be doing you a disservice if we didn't go through all of these things and test them out. I am so excited for this. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe, and let's just get into it. Okay, before we get into the video, thank you so much to the Surratt team for sending all this stuff over. I cannot tell you how excited I was when I opened this box. I knew they had asked me, they emailed me and asked me if they could send some things, and I thought they meant like 1 or 2 products, but there is a lot of stuff in this box and I'm just so grateful. So thank you so much to them for sending it. But let's go ahead and try some things out. I am not super familiar with this brand. I know of the brand. I know it's a very nice, luxurious brand. I have never tried anything from them other than their eyelash curler, which I love. If you've been around my channel since the beginning, you may remember I used to use the Surratt lash curler every single day. I used that long before I even had a YouTube channel, and I used it every day for years and years to the point where it needed to be replaced. It was not looking its best, and they sent me a new one, which is so exciting. But anyway, before we get there, I have 2 of their complexion products. So they sent the Dewdrop Foundation, which I've heard of this one before, and then they also sent the Surreal Skin Foundation Wand. I am not familiar with this one. What I'm thinking is I kind of want to use the Dewdrop first, just because I've heard of this one before. In fact, I want to say a few years ago, if you guys are familiar with Sam and Nick Chapman, they used to go by the Pixie Woos here on YouTube. They are amazing makeup artists, and one of them or both of them, I forget which one, loved this product. And I remember years ago kind of looking it up and looking into it just because they liked it and I was curious, but I never tried it. Okay, so it looks like this. It's a little like dropper, and I believe you push this button right here to dispense the product. Okay, so I have the products pulled up on Beautylish. I know they sell a lot of the products. So this is a light to medium coverage, dewy finish, liquid formula, natural looking coverage with a dewy hydrating finish with the Dewdrop Foundation from Surratt. The unique delivery system lets you build up to the perfect level of coverage drop by drop. Depress the dropper to dispense 1 to 2 drops of foundation onto the back of your hand. Use a dense brush to sweep product onto skin, starting in the center of your face. Okay, they sent me shade number 3, and this retails for $75. So let's try this out. So I'm going to, it says to dispense a few drops first. So yeah, you press this button right here. The button is a little hard to press down, FYI. So I pressed, that was probably like 2.5 drops. So it looks like this. It's not super liquidy. And I know they say to get this on a brush, but I'm gonna dot it on my face like I normally would. Okay, so it's a very, very thin feeling formula, like extremely thin. So I'm gonna kind of get what's left on the back of my hand on my brush. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 106 brush to blend this in. Yeah, so it's very thin, like extremely thin. Like it feels like I've put pretty much nothing on my skin. And that amount of product, like 2.5 drops, is not a whole lot. So we may go in with more. Normally I do my color corrector before I go in with foundation under my eyes, but today I was too excited and I wanted to just go right into this. So there it is with that bit of product. Yeah, so I would say this is like a light coverage as of right now. Okay, so the first thing that's coming to mind when I'm looking at this is it is undetectable. Like, my skin looks a little bit more even overall, but it does not in any way, shape, or form look like I have something on my face, like makeup, I mean. It looks just like my skin. I'm torn because I kind of want to add a little bit more of this and see how much coverage we can get. Let's go in with, ooh, yeah, so it's very hard, especially if you have long nails, to get this out. So I'm gonna get a little bit more. And I guess this time I'll just kind of grab it off the back of my hand. This shade match is pretty good. Okay, so yeah, it blends into your skin so easy, which is really nice. But like when I just dipped into what was on my hand, there's not much left after getting that bit for that side. So I don't know about just using 1 or 2 drops of this unless you need like little to no coverage. Then I guess you could, but I would definitely need more than that. So I added a little bit more coverage for sure. I would still say this is like a light medium, a little bit more than light, but not quite a medium coverage. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. And the word that comes to mind when I look at this is undetectable. I don't think I can get any more zoomed than this, but to me, this looks like bare skin that's been just slightly evened out. Like you can still see my skin through it, obviously, but overall my skin tone just looks a little bit more evened out. So excited. So maybe if you want to see this product, the Surreal Skin Foundation Wand in a video, or you know what, maybe we should use this as like concealer. Okay, so I wanted to pull up this product. So this is the Surreal Skin Foundation Wand. It also retails for $75 and it says it's a primer, foundation, and brush in one. It says this foundation instantly melts into the skin, reducing the appearance of pores, uneven skin tone, and fine lines. It's an oil-free formula that provides natural looking medium to full coverage and a long wearing finish. The foundation is dispensed through the brush for effortless application and quick touch-ups. So I think I may not put this under my eyes, but I'm too curious not to try it. So we're gonna do it. So it comes like this, kind of looks like a larger version of the Dewdrop. So it has a brush here, and then the shade is right here, and it's said to pump it like 10 times. So I'm starting to get a little bit of product. Okay, that's very interesting. I know we see application like this on like contour wands, blush wands, that kind of thing, but I feel like we don't see it as often with foundation. So that's interesting. Okay, we're gonna go on this side. Honestly, on a normal day, I would not use the brush that comes with this. I would honestly probably dispense it on my hand and grab my normal foundation brush. Just my preference. This one is really small, so I can see how if you, like it said, were on the go or something, you could definitely, you know, use this quickly and kind of touch up with it. Definitely adding more coverage like I assumed that it would. I'm gonna add just a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to apply with this brush. So yeah, I would honestly probably just dispense it on my hand or a palette or something and then use it, just because it's hard to dispense and apply all at the same time. But I'm just gonna go back around my face, and this was also in the same shade, number 3. It does say medium to full coverage. This is like a lighter medium coverage to me at this point, but I didn't apply or pump out a ton of the product, so I'm not gonna apply more. But I wanna look again at my skin up close. So the finish on my face now looks pretty much the same as the Dewdrop, just a little bit more coverage. So I would definitely agree and call this a natural finish, which is what the description says. I don't know, it's hard for me to judge this one since I did put it over the top of the Dewdrop, but the Dewdrop is like the ultimate no makeup kind of product. If that's what you're looking for, that's what that is. It's undetectable on the skin. And even now, I don't see a ton of makeup sitting on my skin. I just have a bit more coverage. So this is exciting. But I don't have a corrector or a concealer or anything, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that off camera, and then I'll be back and we'll move on to some more things. Okay, so I applied some corrector and concealer. I used these from Bobbi Brown if you're curious. And then I applied a little bit of powder bronzer. Now we're gonna move on to blush. And they sent 3 blushes, which if you know anything about me, you know that I love blush. They sent a palette to put them in. So their blushes come individually like this, and then you put them, or you buy a refill palette. So I already have one of them in here because I got so excited and started putting it in and then realized, Blair, you're supposed to be filming. So I already put this one in. This one is called Classique, I think is the name. And it's obviously a very bright, very pinky. Well, I guess it's more of a corally color. Very bright, very pretty though. And I will swatch them for you as well. Okay, this one, Barbe Papa. I'm sorry, I know I'm pronouncing this wrong. Barbe Papa is the name of this. And this, you guys, if you know anything about me, so they come in these little compacts like this and it slides out. Look at this color. This is what I love right now, which is a very cool toned, shimmery pink. So you peel off the sticker, and then it has the shade name right there. And then you just pop it into the palette. And then blush number 3. Oh, and the palette does have this really big mirror in it. And blush number 3 is called Ponceau. And this is, okay, so this is very corally. Looks like this. That is a really pretty color though, especially for spring. So there they are, right there. I will go ahead and insert swatches here so you can see them. I cannot wait to try them. You know which one I'm gonna start with because I just love it. So we're gonna start with this pink, true cool toned pink. This one definitely has some shimmer in it. The other 2 look more of a satin finish just by looking at them, but this one I can definitely see a little bit of shimmer. So I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more because you can never have enough blush in my opinion. Oh, that color. Oh, it's so pretty. See, now I don't even want to add more to it. Okay, let's do the other side. But yeah, if you don't like pink and you don't like something with shimmer in it. Oh, this is pretty pigmented for such a light color, but look at that. Wow. This almost has like a lavender hue to it. Okay, Blair, that's enough. Love that. Now I feel like I can't use the other ones because it's gonna be too much. I guess maybe I'm not gonna use both of them, but I'm gonna take a little bit of this coral color right here. Hopefully we don't overdo it here, but I'm just getting like a tiny little bit and adding that kind of to the outer portion of my cheek. Oh yes, love this color. This kind of reminds me of the Dior Backstage blush, but not the pink one, the coral color. It's kind of what this one reminds me of. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there, but I can tell if I applied that full on, that would be a really pretty color. Not gonna apply this super bright one, but I will at some point. Loving those so far, for sure. Also, I don't think I included it, but the palettes come in these little pouches that say Surratt on them. Super nice and luxurious. Okay, So they also sent me 2 of these, oh gosh, I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Torche Lumiere. I think they are cream highlighters. And they sent me 2 shades. This one is Rose Diamante. And they all have the same kind of iridescent looking Surratt packaging. Okay, so it looks like this. It's like a light, cooler toned pink. Ooh, okay. That is very reflective. Do you see that? It has like a shimmer in it, but it's super, super fine shimmer. It's not like large flecks of shimmer. And then this is Dior. It's D''OR. I'm sorry, I know I'm pronouncing everything wrong, but I have no idea how to pronounce that. So this is that one looks like. And okay, this one is more of a gold, like a yellowy color. Ooh, it's beautiful. I think this is probably too dark for my skin tone, but it's beautiful. Definitely like a true yellow gold. So this formula feels super thin and lightweight, almost silky feeling. They're a cream, but they're so thin they feel silky on your skin. Very interesting. Okay, so I don't feel like I need that much glow because I have that blush that had a good bit of glow in it, but I do want to use a little bit of this pink one just because. I think I'm going to try getting some on my sponge. It's hard to tell what's coming from the highlight and what's coming from the blush, but I've definitely got a nice pinky glow on my cheeks, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. Definitely gives you that wet kind of look if that's what you like. Okay, now that it's on my skin, I can definitely see some glitter, some like silver reflect in there. I'm pretty sure that's from the highlight. It's very glowy, looks pretty with that pink blush underneath. Okay, moving on, I do have 2 brow products. So I have the Expressioniste brow pencil, rechargeable holder and refill cartridge, and the Expressioniste brow pomade in clear. So let's open this up. So the brow pencil is the shade Brunette. It comes like this. So it has a spoolie on this end, and then this end is open here. So I'm thinking this should fit. Yeah, fits down in there, and then you twist it up. Definitely pretty pigmented. Okay, yeah, this is a very creamy formula. It's not super waxy. You get quite a bit of pigment with not a lot of pressure. Yeah, this is definitely not one you need to like really press down with. But I do think the color is really good for my brows. Let's move on to the brow pomade in the shade Clear. Yeah, that went on really, really easily. It's an interesting looking wand. It's like a little brush. It looks like it's kind of that white color. Yeah, so it feels like a little hairbrush on your brows. Yeah, so it looks white on the wand, but it doesn't really look white once you get it on your brows. I don't think I've ever seen an applicator like this. There we have it with the brows. That's very unique. I have never used anything like this before. I want to see though how the hold is. It does not feel like a super gripping brow gel, but we'll see. All right, so I am going to do a little bit of eye primer, and then we have some eyeshadows that I cannot wait to try. Okay, moving on to eyeshadow. I have 4 little single shadows and another palette. So the eyeshadows come like the blushes individually, and then you pop them in a palette. And this is what the outside of the palette looks like. And then you have a little mirror in here. So let's see these eyeshadows. So this is the shade Ingenue. Okay, and this is like a light pink shimmer. Okay, next one is Zibeline, Zibeline, kind of a taupey shimmer. Then we have Ma-Peche. Okay, so that one's a little bit more of a warm golden shimmer. All neutral so far, which is perfect for me. And then the last one is Soie, S-O-I-E. Okay, so that one's more of a light champagne color. So there we have our colors. How cute is this? Okay, neutral, very much up my alley. Okay, I'm gonna go into this taupe color here that I've already forgotten the name of. Ooh, okay. Putting this in the crease and then kind of bringing it down in this outer corner. Okay, yeah, so this is like a satiny formula. This is, let's see, this is reminding me of something. What is this reminding me of? Kind of similar to Charlotte Tilbury, the Super Nudes palette, like that silky feeling kind of satin finish. That's what these are reminding me of. Like they're not, I have to look up close, but they don't appear on your eyes super glittery or anything. They're more of a satiny finish. But I personally love this kind of formula. Okay, yeah. So that color on its own, like all over the eye, would be very, very pretty. I'm gonna go into the pink color with a 212 from BK Beauty. And I'm gonna put this on the lid, basically where we did not just apply that shade, and then kind of go up to meet it in the crease. This is a very interesting eyeshadow formula, but I personally like it. It's not a opaque, tons of pigment, like in your face kind of formula. It's a silky smooth, buttery kind of formula. I want to use all the colors, so let's go into this like lighter color. Maybe I'll use my finger with this. Yeah, these are like buttery feeling. I'm just adding a little bit of that right to the center of the eye. I want to use this other more golden shade, but I think I want to put that on my lower lash line maybe. Okay, this is exactly the kind of eyeshadow formula that I personally love. It's just seamless, not glittery, not metallic, just smooth and buttery. Okay, so I have this also. This is called the Smoky Eye Baton in the shade Fumme Brun. I'm assuming that's brown. I thought it was brown. I guess it is brown, but like a dark brown. Do not know. The point on this is kind of on the larger side. Kind of reminds me of that CoverGirl, the point, perfect point pencil I used a few videos ago. The shape of it is similar to this. I've never used this before, obviously, so I don't know how easy to blend it's gonna be, but I have my 210 from BK Beauty and the little 208 as well that I always use. I'm gonna add this lightly to the outer half of my lash line. And then I'm gonna take that 212 and just kind of smoke it out. Okay, yeah, so it smudges and moves around really easy. I'm gonna take the first brush that we use. This is from Luxie. It's a 205 tapered brush, and I'm gonna kind of flick upward on the edge of this, just kind of diffuse it a little bit more. I'm thinking this is not gonna be the type of product you would do like a super precise wing with. since it does smudge so much. So I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing, apply it over here, kind of smudge it out. Yeah, so it really moves, which is good when you're wanting to get a smokier effect. My favorite shade of that eyeshadow for sure is that first one we used, that like taupey color that we put in the crease and like the outer corner. Okay, I kind of love this eye look, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go into the shade we haven't used, which is this coppery color. And I want to put this on my lower lash line. This color kind of reminds me of that Patrick Ta eyeliner I've been using, the copper gold one. I'm gonna bring it pretty far in since this eye look is pretty smoky. Okay, the time has come for the lash curler. So this is what it looks like. This is the Relevee, I'm not sure, lash curler. And like I said in the beginning, this is the one and only product that I have tried and loved from Surratt before. I can remember, looks like this, comes in this little pouch. I can remember going into Sephora years ago. This was around the time when I was really starting to get into YouTube. Somebody that I watched would use this lash curler, and I can't think of who it was now, but anyway, I can remember going into Sephora looking for this lash curler, and I don't think Sephora even sells this anymore. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. And I remember I found it, they had one left, and I bought it, and I was just so excited for this lash curler, and I am just so excited to have it again. So it looks like this. Standard, it's a matte black. It's crazy what an eyelash curl will do. So yes, I have used this and loved this for many years. Highly recommend. They also sent me their mascara, which, Mom, this is for you. My mom watches a lot of YouTube, and she told me not that long ago, before I even got an email from Surratt, she told me she was watching somebody and they were raving about the Surratt mascara, the Relevee Mascara. And so I know she's excited for me to try this. So Mom, this is for you. This has like actual little fibers on it that you can see. Do you see those? I don't know if you'll be able to see them on camera, but you can actually see the little fibers on there. And Mom, this is a wand that looks like something you would like. My mom does not like large mascara wands. She is, like I've said many times, one of the pickiest people on the planet. But I love her for that reason. So let's try this out. Okay, so first observation here. This is a very separating mascara. It's not clumping my lashes together at all. My lashes do tend to, sometimes depending on the formula of a mascara, they want to clump together in like little patches. This is not clumping at all, which I'm assuming is why whoever my mom saw using this was recommending it. This is probably why this piqued her interest. I wouldn't say this is a super volumizing formula, definitely more for length. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this. I like this brush, and I like how this looks, especially with the eye makeup. I feel like the black kind of goes really well with the smokier eyeliner. I kind of like this. Mom, I think you might like this actually. I wish it came in brown. Surratt, if you're watching, can you make this in brown? Maybe they already make it in brown. I will look and see. But if you don't, I wish you would make it in brown. All right. And last but not least, we have some lip products. These are the Lipslique is the name. I have 3 different shades that they sent me. Okay, the first shade is Bandy. Okay, so it's a twist up. Looks like this. Go ahead and swatch. Ooh, so this is like a, kind of like a lip gloss, lipstick in one. So that is shade Bandy. Then we have the shade Expressioniste. Okay, so this one is more of a pink, like a poppy pink. So Bandy and Expressioniste. And you can twist these back down and retract the product, which is nice. Some of these types of products, once you get the product up, you can't get it to go back down. So that's nice. I appreciate that in packaging. And then this is the shade Hevyn. Oh yes, so this is exactly my kind of color. So that is it there, like a neutral kind of rosy pink. Let's do, where is it? The neutral one. This one. So this is shade Hevyn. Oh, okay, and this color is like my lip color exactly. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, yeah, so this is like a moisturizing lip balm lipstick type product. There's no tingle or anything. It feels similar to the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Plumps or the Makeup by Mario's, the Moisture Glows. But this is the kind of lip product that I love. This one is not tingly though, so it's not plumping. Very hydrating, super pretty. Love this color, especially with this makeup. All right, you guys, that is gonna be it for this video, trying all of these fun products from Surratt. Let's go through them, and I wanna kind of give you my thoughts. Before we do that, I did want to say, I realized I did not utilize one of the products correctly. The Smoky Eye Baton, so the liner that we used. So it has the eyeliner on this end, which is what I used, but I did not realize you unscrew this end and you get like a little sponge tip applicator. So I'm assuming I could have used this to smudge on my eye instead of the brush, but did not realize that. So just wanted to point that out. But let's start from the very beginning. So we have the Dewdrop Foundation. Skin tint is more of what I would call it. As I said, this is truly a no makeup type product. If you are a makeup minimalist and you want something very luxurious, that's something I definitely want to say about this. Everything from this brand screams luxury. It screams luxury and it screams minimalist. So very sophisticated, minimal luxury beauty. This product, don't love the packaging. I will say for $75, I think the packaging could definitely be improved. I don't dislike the idea of it where you drop it out, even with a button, but I feel like maybe the button could be protruding instead of down in there, and it would be a little easier to pump out. So I feel like the packaging could definitely be improved for the price point, but the product itself is beautiful. I think it looks flawless, and like I said earlier, very undetectable on my skin. I could definitely see me using this as a very sheer base all over and then spot concealing with concealer, which is honestly what I do most days. So I think this is a beautiful product. Do you need to go out and spend $75 on it? Probably not, just being totally honest. But if you have the budget for it and you like this type of product, very minimalist, light coverage, it's beautiful. I do think they could improve the packaging though. Then the next one was the Surreal Skin Foundation Wand. Now this I just kind of tapped over the top of the Dewdrop Foundation, so I don't feel like I can really review this very well. I need to keep playing with this, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do a short, a reel, a TikTok, probably all of the above on these products. So make sure you're following me on all the other platforms. Shameless plug. But this product, I love that they did something different with this. This is not what you typically see with foundations. So this actually does have a protruding little pump, which I think is much better. I don't know that I love the fact that the foundation comes out of the brush. I feel like maybe they could have done the brush on one end and had a different dispenser of the product on the other end, maybe, if they wanted to keep the brush. I get the idea. It's supposed to be like quick. You just pump it out and brush it on. I get that. But again, for the price point, I feel like the packaging could definitely be improved, but very pretty. I could definitely see where this is more coverage than the Dewdrop Foundation, and I didn't even use this on its own. So that will be coming in a video. I would love to use this by itself. All right, the blushes that we put in this gorgeous little palette. You know me and blush. I live for it. I love it. I never get enough. I've never seen a blush that I didn't get excited about, including these. And today, obviously, primarily what you're seeing is the blue toned pink, but this formula, very, very nice, very similar in terms of how they feel to the eyeshadows. It's very fine and thin and very silky, velvety type of formula. Love the color. It is beautiful though. I'm not gonna lie. The blush today is beautiful. If you like that light pink blush, this color is stunning, and I'm sure these two on their own probably are as well. I love this. I will continue to use these for sure. I love that you can fit 3 in here, and they're beautiful. Very luxurious. I love that they fit in this little palette. I enjoyed them. The brows. For the brow pencil, the Expressioniste brow pencil, I believe is what they call this. Again, very nice packaging. It's very sturdy, very heavy feeling, very pigmented. You do not, I would honestly hold it really far at the base and just barely kind of brush through your brows. Because if you go in with hard pressure with this, you will get quite a bit of pigment. You won't get those like hair-like little strokes. But it's nice. The color for me is beautiful. The brunette color is wonderful. Love that it has the spoolie. I will continue to use it, but of course you can get amazing, affordable brow products for much less money. But again, if you have the budget and you can use these products, I don't think you will be disappointed with this by any means. Okay, the brow gel, very, very interesting. I did not have trouble with the white residue when I applied it. It went right into my brows, and my brows have not moved. They don't feel super in place. They definitely feel like I could move them around for sure. So I'll have to continue using this, but it's nice. I probably wouldn't go out and spend the money on it, but it's nice. Okay, the eyeshadows. You guys, I'm not gonna lie, I love this eye look. I love these eyeshadows. This is so up my alley when it comes to eyeshadow formula. This is what I like. I love a satin formula that's not super intensely pigmented. They blend out seamlessly and very easy. They're not flat matte, but they're not shimmery. These are buttery, velvety. You can tell a nice eyeshadow formula very easily, in my opinion. I say that a lot, but it's because if you've used an eyeshadow that's not a great formula and one that is, it's very, very obvious very quickly the difference between the two. And this formula is outstanding. Love it. Love all these colors. They picked 4 beautiful colors to send to me. The Smoky Eye Baton, love this as well. I wish I had used the sponge tip applicator like you're supposed to, but I love the idea of using an eyeliner that's very movable and blendable. That's very important when you're trying to get the kind of smoky effect. And this one blended instantly. Very, very easy to manipulate and move around. I think it's very stunning. I don't know about other colors that these come in, but this formula is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Definitely, like I said earlier, not one I would use if you're wanting a very precise winged liner. This is more of a grungy, smoky type product. The mascara, obviously, first of all, I knew I liked this already, and I still do. I think this is a fantastic lash curler. The mascara, I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I don't know, I thought I wasn't gonna be super excited about it for some reason, but I actually really like this. Like I said earlier, it's black, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the eyeshadow, but I feel like it's a more like natural looking black, and the formula is very nice. It's not super wet, it's not clumpy whatsoever. It's very separating and lengthening, which is honestly what I prefer in a mascara. I do wish they would come out with brown, but anything that I notice about the products after this video. I will put in the description box. But yeah, I like the mascara. The highlighters. So I have two of them. This is the one that I used today, the Rose Diamante. So this is beautiful. I mean, look at the glow on my cheeks. Do you see that glow? From far away, you cannot see any glitter or shimmer in it, but if you look up close, you can definitely see little tiny glitter particles, which I know some people don't love. That personally does not bother me as long as it's not super chunky, thick looking glitter. But I mean, it looks beautiful over that pink blush. I have to say, it is stunning. I feel like highlighter is one of those things that you either love it or you don't really care about it. I am kind of in the middle. I do like it, but I'm not like a highlighter fanatic. So I don't know that I'd go out and buy this with my own money, but it's beautiful if this is your type of thing. Oh, the lips. Okay, lip product, very nice. I like it a lot. There are definitely things very similar. Like I was saying earlier, the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glows or the Tarte Maracuja lip products. I love those as well. This is very nice though. I do like the packaging on this one where I was talking about earlier how you can twist it back down. That's kind of hard to find sometimes in products like this, but this is a perfect lip product for me. I love shine, moisture, a little bit of color. Thank you so much for watching this video and for watching my videos. The reason that I get things like this and I get to try amazing, luxurious things like this is because of you watching my videos, and I know that. And just please know that when I tell you how much it means to me, it really does. I am just so grateful that you take time out of your day and your life to watch my videos, and I just am so grateful. And thank you to Surratt for being so kind and sending all of these products. I'm so honored to receive products like this. Yeah, I'm just so happy and I'm so grateful. So thank you to them as well. I will have everything listed and linked for you below as always. Make sure to subscribe if you have not already and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1, and I will see you next time for another video. Remember, simply be you.